dark times right now. The natural world has been polluted by reckless use of fossil fuels, by industry, and by our living styles. Industrial agriculture, with its monocultures, chemical pesticides, herbicides, and the artificial fertilizers that are killing the soil. Forests and other habitats are being destroyed, species are becoming extinct, and the climate is changing. On the one hand, thousands of us have unsustainable lifestyles. On the other hand, there is so much poverty, causing people to destroy their environment just to survive. It's really important to stress that not only are we part of the natural world, but we depend on it totally for food, water, air, everything. This has long been understood by many indigenous peoples around the world. They have a close spiritual relationship with nature. They've lived in harmony with nature, and they've acted as stewards of nature. The thing is that we depend on healthy ecosystems, and we're destroying these, taking more natural resources than nature can replenish, at least in the short term. We're taking ever more land for developments, yet another resort, another supermarket, another golf course, and so on. There's the absurd idea there can be unlimited economic development on a planet with finite natural resources and a growing human population. Too many people are acting for short-term gain from greed or necessity, but they're not worrying about how this will affect future generations. It's not surprising then that more and more people are losing hope. So it's really important to share the news that there is hope. At least, I think so. We have a small window of time when, if we get together and take action, we can at least slow down climate change and loss of biodiversity, and make other changes in the way we live. Let me share my reasons for hope. First, nature is amazingly resilient and will return, given time and perhaps some help, to places that we have utterly destroyed. I've seen proof of this as I travel around the globe. And in this respect, it's so important that we work closely with local communities and try to alleviate poverty. Secondly, we have developed extraordinary intellects, we humans, and science is beginning to come up with ways that we can live in better harmony with nature, like renewable energy, for example. And we have begun to think about our own environmental footprints as we go through life day by day. But my greatest reason for hope is our youth. I founded the Jane Goodall Institute's humanitarian and environmental program for young people, aged kindergarten through university, way back in 1991. Each group chooses 3 projects to help people, to help animals, to help the environment. Roots and Shoots now operates with very many groups in 75 countries, and it's growing. These young people are changing the world even as you hear these words. But we have a lot of work ahead of us to change mindsets. And perhaps the most important way to do this is to reach people's hearts. How? By telling stories. Finally, never forget that each one of us makes a difference every single day. We must make wise choices in how we live our lives, and we must get together and take action now, before it's too late. Thank you.